Hello everyone, welcome back. Today also we'll be doing on chapter 16, that is economics. Okay, so in our last class we were been discussing about the types of public sector. Okay, the various type of public sector which is found in India. Today we'll be discussing about the growth of public sector. Okay, how public sector emerged, and from the beginning till today how it is functioning. Okay, and we will be discussing about the joint sector industries as well, or the joint sector, okay, which is in India. Okay, so when we look into the growth of public sector, okay, during its initial stage, okay, there was during its initial stage there was not much progress. Okay, so we can see that in the first 5-year plan, okay, there were only around five public sectors which were there in India. Okay, that was in 1st April 1951. Okay, and it had an investment of about 29 crores in them. Okay, the five public sector, okay, they had invested around 29 crore rupees, okay, so that the public sector would expand. And no doubt it made a phenomenal progress. Okay, with due course of time it made a phenomenal progress, and by the second plan, okay, the second 5-year plan, it had made tremendous progress in terms of public sector. Okay, and by the second plan, okay, they had raised up their investment up to rupees 953 crores. Okay, and their number again went up to 48 rupees. Okay, so we could see that the public sector in India from 1951, it didn't go down. Okay, obviously it started rising up. Okay, till 2016 if we monitor, okay, it has done a tremendous progress in the development of public sector, as well as for the building up of economy in the nation. As stated in your textbook, okay, as of March 21st 2017, okay, there were around 320 central public sector enterprises, okay, between 2015 to 2016. Okay, out of which 244, okay, were in operation. Okay, so out of the 320, okay, 244 were in operation. Okay, so the rest 76 were under, okay, CPSEs, they were under construction. Okay, they were under the central public sector enterprises. Okay, the 76, okay, they were still under construction. Okay, so we could see that it made a tremendous progress starting from 1951, where there were only 5 public sectors in India, okay, going up to 320 central public sectors in India. Okay, moving on, we have the causes of poor performance, or the problems of public sector. Okay, so first point is a large number of public sector enterprises have operated at less than 50% of their installed capacity. Okay, so a large number of public sector enterprises were built up, okay, but most of them were not used. Only around 50% were used. Okay, so that is the problem, or that is the causes of poor performance. Okay, as well as when they plan to set up a public sector, what they do is they bring out an estimate that this project would be completed with this amount of money. But most of the time, okay, when they do the construction work, real construction work, when they begin the project, the cost of money is more than what they have planned ahead. Okay, so that is the problem of poor performance. So the third point is, okay, when you're setting up a public enterprises, there's a lot of changes. Okay, there's a lot of changes, as well as a lot of political interference can also be found in this kind of public sectors. Okay, so the politician, just example, they want to get more out of it. Okay, so what they will do is they will forge the documents, they will forge the materials which are going to be used for the construction of this public sector enterprises. So these possess another problem for or we can say causes for the poor performance of public sector in India. Okay, and also in public sector there is less incentives. Okay, in private sector you work more, you get incentives. Okay, you reach a certain goal, you get incentives. But here in this public sector there is less chances for incentives for the workers as well as for the officials who are working. Okay, so this also causes problem to the public sector. And public sector, okay, the fifth point is, okay, they do not aim at profit. Public sector do not aim at profit. What they do is they are like social welfare. Okay, they are like, they work as social welfare and for economic development, helping the people get a job, okay, as well as just improving the economic status, whereas they do not bring a huge amount of profit. Okay, and the sixth point is, okay, most of the workers who are working in the public sector are indisciplined. Okay, and then they are more corrupt than any other employees. Okay, so we can see that in public sector, okay, workers and employees, okay, are indisciplined, okay, and they are corrupt to the core. And the last is, okay, we all know in public sector what happens. They try to put huge number of people to work, so overstuffing becomes a problem again. So these are some of the problems of the public sector, and these are the causes which cause poor performance in public sector. Okay, next, moving on, we will continue with the joint sector. Okay, in this joint sector, what happens here is the government as well as an individual or a private company, they partner together and then they work together. Okay, example, maybe setting up an industry or maybe setting up some institutes. What happens here is joint sector industries, the government as well as the individual or a group of people or a private company, they club together and they work together. Some examples which can be found in India are the RPL, that is Reliance Petrochemical Limited, okay, and BSES, okay, Brihan Mumbai Suburban Electric Supply, okay, power trading companies are some examples of joint sector industries in India. Okay, so these are some of the joint sector industries in India where the government as well as the private firms or individual collide and then they work together. Okay, and let's see the breakup of how the income is divided between the government as well as the private individual. Okay, so what happens here is when they get the income, what they do is, okay, it is divided accordingly. Okay, so the government would receive around 26%, okay, private businessman would receive around 25%, okay, the public would receive around 49%, okay, and no single or individual organization can hold more than 25% of the paid up capital of joint sector enterprises without the permission of the central government. So equally it has been divided, okay, around 25% each, okay, for both government as well as the individual or the private individual as well. Okay, so we will be looking into the features of joint sector. Okay, in joint sector you have mixed ownership, okay, where the government as well as the private, okay, as well as the investing public, they come together and work together. Okay, combined management, the management and control of joint sector enterprises lies with the nominees or representatives of the government, private business and public. Okay, so what happens here is, in order for the betterment, what they do is, from all the sectors, okay, from all the areas, they will have nominees or representatives from the government side, representative from the private individuals, as well as from the public, okay, so that they will be working for the upliftment of the economy as well. Okay, share capital. So what happens here is, in joint sector, they also share the capital together. Okay, so here the capital is, the government would receive around 26%, okay, as well as I already told you, businessman 25, and the public, they will receive around 49% respectively. So that is how it has been divided. Okay, joint sector is mostly when private as well as the government, they collide together and they work together. Okay, but here the money is divided equally among everyone, the government, the private businessman, okay, and the public gets more out of it. Okay, the public gets more share out of it. Okay, they receive around 49%. Okay, so with this we come to the end of this chapter, economics. Okay, and we will continue with other classes in our coming days. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.